Hey guys, it's Tom Box and
Nishi, what's up guys? Long time no see.
yeah, long time no see. And today we've got a pretty awesome segment. It's ban-worthy. We're going to talk about stuff that we think are issues in the format. Or not issues, but just overplayed, overused, junk like that.
Yeah, things that we need to address during the format, or maybe we'll potentially need to address in upcoming formats.
Yeah, like Firewall.
Yeah. No, well, I mean, like, to be honest, I kind of miss Firewall Dragon format already.
Yeah, you know.
I think that...
Like, Grapha is now back in the binder. It took him many years to come out of that binder, and now he's back.
And I'm kind of choked because ABC has been the most dominant deck of the format, and bringing Assault Core back to 3 has just been completely broken, so I don't really know what we're going to do at this point.
Okay, now on a more serious note...
Wait, you weren't serious?
No. So on a more serious note, we're going to discuss some of the more ban-worthy cards. I know what you guys are all screaming about. Let's talk about the first thing here, the TCG exclusive, Dangers. Are they broken?
Absolutely. Really? The Danger archetype is ridiculous. I think, looking at the tops at YCS Atlanta, there were so many different Danger variants seen. I think Danger Hero topped, Danger Orcus topped, Danger Thunder Dragon topped. I feel like Danger is just this super generic splashable archetype that makes every single other deck better.
Yeah, I mean, it's just free summons. It's literally like a whole deck of Terror Tops and
free summons and draws.
And draw.
They
kind of if you ditch the worst stage, you ditch a Nessie. That's the worst feeling because it replaces itself. It's an immediate plus.
Yeah,
it is it feels so good when you ditch that.
Yeah, no,
and it's it's kind of luck basey. Kind of.
Yeah.
But seems like most decks have tuned themselves to be oh yeah, if you ditch that, still a plus for me. Yeah. I can activate the card in grave anyway.
For so many decks, it's just it doesn't matter that you're hitting a card other than the Danger monster. Yeah. Even though they have to discard any of the Orcus monsters, any of the Thunder Dragon monsters, a lot of the time you're still proccing an effect off of it.
Yeah.
And there's no downside to playing the engine.
It's kind of why Danger Thunder Dragons are so strong. It's oh, you ditch a Thunder Dragon? Great, I'm gonna trigger that later.
You get the Thunder Dragon, and I get the draw,
and
I
body.
get to summon this Danger monster on board.
It is a long-term mass plus, and I don't know how I feel about that. That's why people can play an all-gas deck. They don't play any hand traps. They just go out and break your board.
Yeah. No, I feel like Danger is kind of a big problem moving forward. And the thing is, I don't really see how we can approach hitting the Danger archetype. There's no one big culprit. It's kind of
well, it's the main three. We have Tsuchinoko, which is guaranteed body, because if you ditch it or not, you're gonna get a body. Jackalope, it's kind of the same deal.
Same idea. Summon
you just summon from the deck, and if not, you summon the 2K wall.
Yeah. And
then there's Nessie, which is the search, because if you miss, you still replace yourself.
That's not necessary.
Oh my god. Welcome back, Nishi! Okay.
But yeah, no, I feel if I'm Konami, in the TCG, I don't want to have 3 or 4 Danger monsters up on the ban list. They've introduced this mechanic to the game.
Yeah, it's the core mechanic,
so broken. Right? It's ridiculous. Every single card in the archetype replaces itself and puts a body on board, or has some other effect. Yeah.
I feel instead they probably could minimize some of the ones that offer a plus. Tsuchinoko and Jackalope, those are the two that I find to be most annoying to deal with, because regardless of what you do, they get a special.
Body on board. Yeah,
you're getting a body on board regardless. So I think Jackalope being more annoying, because Jackalope has that 2K wall that somehow Salamangre players struggle to deal with. Yeah. But Tsuchinoko isn't exactly very strong. It's also a reptile. It's just kind of there. I feel if they kind of cut that one down, so cut Jackalope down, you don't thin out the deck either. So
yeah, no, hitting those is okay, but I feel somehow they're gonna find a way to abuse the rest of the Danger archetype, because that engine is just so splashable, and there are so many different levels that can synergize with other different types of decks.
Yeah, that's true. Well, how are we anchoring that? I don't know. Give us back Maxi. Then all the Danger stuff, go ahead.
That's true. If Maxi came back,
then people won't play Seconds Light. They'll play. They'll want the Call by the Grave for that Maxi.
Called, yeah.
Because then they'll shift it up again.
Well, I mean, the Dangers do have a very hard counter in Droll and Lockbird, right? Because if you Droll and Lock after the first Danger effect, they can't activate the Danger effects anymore. But that means you have to draw Droll and Lockbird, and your opponent can't have Called by the Grave. So whatever.
Yeah. If this, then that, chaos theory, who knows what would happen. So Danger's probably an issue. I don't know. I feel like they might take a slight dip just so that it balances the format a little bit better. I mean, right now, if you take out all the Dangers out of like all the decks in YCS, is there any top deck in there?
There's Salamangreat and Sky Striker. And I think it's just those two decks, because like most of the other top decks are playing that.
Yeah, so seems like a bit overused. Okay, next up, Saryuja. This is like Firewall 0.5.
Yeah, Saryuja's broken. Saryuja's ridiculous, especially at 3.
Yes. Well, the whole thing is this lack of once per turn.
Yeah.
has really just like overshadowed this game for so long, and like. Every single time Konami steps out of this not once per turn thing, it just backfires. Every time.
Yeah.
Like, look at Luna Lights. Oh, not hard once per turn. Oh, that's Kaleido Chick all the way.
The entire game, yeah. No, I feel like, with Saryuja, they felt like it's like the same thing as Firewall, right? Like they felt like, oh, we don't need to make this a once per turn. It's a Link 4. It's really hard to bring out. Yeah. And then they give us cards like Summon Sorceress.
They give us Danger.
Yeah, that can spit out like 6 bodies in a turn.
Yeah.
And, well, all right.
Okay. No. Like Saryuja, I think the biggest problem is that draw 4.
Oh yeah, no.
Like I don't mind. Like if the draw 4 effect was like hard once per turn, I think
then it's okay.
People will be a bit more accepting. I guess like the Danger Thunder Dragon deck, well, they range from like the 2 material to 3 material, depending on what they have on board, and they still do it because they're still using the Guard Dragon engine to kind of get the extra arrows. But overall, anyone that's really abusing Saryuja is mainly using it for the draw 4, and then they draw 4, and then they draw another 4.
Yeah,
because they can keep going. It's very easy to do so.
Well, there was that slash draw FTK deck where you make Saryuja like 3 times, and
that's dead now, right?
Yeah,
so
well, that's dead.
It's been addressed.
But Saryuja combined with all of the different danger monsters means you can turbo through so much of your deck. And the fact that the dangers are all darks means you can play Allure of Darkness, you can play the Beginning of the End, and that's just so many cards to dig through and so many resources that you can accumulate. So.
That is, that's a fair point. It's just too easy.
Yeah.
Too easy. This is Yu-Gi-Oh! Easy mode. So, I don't know, personally, I think it should go down. I mean, make it a once per turn kind of deal.
Yeah.
But if it's not once per turn, well, ban list, put him up there. Put him at 1? I don't know if is he ban worthy or should he be banned?
I personally don't think it's ban worthy. I think that at 1 it's okay, right? Like it gives these decks that can like make big boards like an option to replenish their hand, and it stops like them from breaking, and it allows them an extender and special summon.
I mean, people can fix their hands with Phantasme as long as they've got the money.
Yeah, I mean, if you have like the $300 something to drop on a set of Phantasmes, then okay.
Yeah, perfect. There's your Max C, guys. The Max C can stay on the list.
Yeah, who needs Max C when you have Phantasmes?
Yeah, got a body, negate targeting. Okay, another kind of a stale point in the game is Summon Sork.
Okay,
Should decks have Summon Sork?
Well, I mean, OCG has banned Summon Sork.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of decks right now are playing Summon Sorceress. Like everything's playing Summon Sorceress, except for maybe like Salamangreat and Sky Striker.
Well,
any combo
maybe you should summon out all your rays and then make a Summon Sork.
Triple ray into Summon
Sork.
But how do you get it? How do you proc the Summon Sork effect? Because you need the other monster.
Oh, now you play the token.
Hornet Drones.
Yeah, Hornet Drones.
But then what do you summon on the summon? You can wait. What level's the token?
Token's level 1.
You can summon.
Oh, go to Cybers and go into an Ibli, and now you can link it off. Okay. Wow, best
awful.
Terrible.
Oh, then you can make a Reproticus and you turn the Summon Sork into.
Okay, we're terrible at this.
We're bad at Yu-Gi-Oh, guys.
But like it's Summon Sork. So Summon Sork has been, of course, has been banned in OCG. Do you think like it should take the same route? I mean, it has like pushed people into like, oh man, first of all, gotta get that Reproticus, gotta get that monster pointing under it, and then we get the Summon Sork, and then you gotta expand from Summon Sork. And then it actually has created a bit of a weakness in a lot of these decks where you just Veil the Summon Sork, Ogre the Summon Sork, Ash the Summon Sork, and then the play kind of dies.
Yeah.
Because it's a really hard commitment when you go into Summon Sork.
Yeah, well, a lot of the time you're using all of the resources that you have on board to make that summon sorceress.
Yeah.
And you don't really have like a follow-up play afterwards.
But does taking away Summon Sword make people kind of fix up their deck? I guess it will kind of slow down the game because Summon Sword does offer you free resource straight out of the deck, and if it's something that you want to throw into the graveyard, it almost acts as like a Foolish Burial plus a body. In that regard.
There's nothing in the game that can really replace Summon Sorceress at the moment. I mean, like, we can get like Needle Fiber that summons out of the deck like that?
Yeah, but no.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but no.
So I don't know. I mean, like, Summon Sorceress is a really good card, and it allows a lot of decks that maybe aren't so great to like extend. But it pushes those decks that do have those big combos like over the top.
Yeah, I mean, Thunder Dragons, Guard Dragons, like, they just spam Summon Sword. Yeah. It's like a go-to play. It's like, oh, they have no hand drop, Summon Sword, and they're dead.
Yeah.
And you can make some really nice things. But, like, what if you actually made it harder for them to get it? Like, take away Ripodocus. How many decks would actually go into Summon Sword now? Aside from, like, okay, Orcus will still go in. Salamangreat definitely won't even bother trying, because it's dark.
I mean, like, you always have the Nightmare Engine.
Yeah, Nightmare Engine.
Nightmare Engine.
But you need a fiend to get in there.
Yeah, Ibly.
Ibly is not a fiend.
Is Ibly not a fiend?
Ibly is a Cybers.
Oh, Ibly is a Cybers, okay.
So there is that limitation.
Everything can play Grapha.
Everything play Grapha. Like, I get that, like, one of the ways that, like, Thunder Dragons go into it is using Phantom Skyblaster, because that's a fiend. You go into Phoenix, and then now you have your whole combo. Mm-hmm. And that's how Infernity does it, too.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen the Infernity, like, 7 negates. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so I guess Summon Sword, would you say it's ban-worthy?
Yes, but not right now.
Not right now.
I don't think it's getting hit right now. I think that come September, like after Nats. I think it'll be taken out then.
Okay.
When we have like a rotation of decks, but not right now when we don't really have any big decks that are going to be coming out soon.
Okay, fair enough. Then we have our Phantom Knights, and we're not talking about Bardiche. Bardiche is a really cool card. I like how
Bardiche is pretty cool.
Yeah, but the thing that Bardiche brings out is a bit of a pain point for a lot of people because it doesn't let you play Yu-Gi-Oh, which is rank up magic of Time Thief into Azathoth.
Yeah, Azathoth's kind of a nutty card because it stops your opponent from playing the game.
So, which one do you think is more of an issue? The rank up magic, or is it the Azathoth? I mean, I would not hit the Time Thief guy. If you hit the Time Thief guy, anyone that's trying to play Time Thief would just have no one to play.
Thanatos or whatever, like, it's fine. There are other targets that you can make instead of the Time Thief.
Yeah, so there's no point hitting the Time Thief.
Yeah.
Rank up, launch.
I mean, like, the magic launch is good in that it allows you to make, like, you can make a Kali-Yuga or you can make a True King of All Calamities.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like you have to go into Azathoth, right? There are other different things. So, in that way, I kind of think that Azathoth's a problem. Like, Azathoth's more of the problem card, I think.
Yeah, but the Kali-Yuga play, that's pretty annoying too. You shut down like a whole board.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine?
Well, I mean, Kali-Yuga's harder to get out.
You need a rank 7 to get him out, I believe.
What makes rank 7? I mean,
like
danger stuff, but like...
I get that, like, right now, from what I see, if you want the Orcus deck to thrive after Dark Neostorm, you should probably leave the rank up magic in there. Kill Azathoth. Like, OCG doesn't have Azathoth.
They don't?
I don't know. I just don't think they do. Well, they don't even have access to Time Thief, so they're not going to be able to do so. But, like, I think leaving the VFD play in there is going to make that deck thrive a lot more. I mean, if you have a Bardiche pointing out and then you summon out a Shiorcus Dingrisu on there, it's going to pop a card and send a card.
And then,
it's pretty disgusting. And then you rank it up, and now you have a VFD, and now... But it's not like a completely OTK-oriented deck. Like, if the board's open, they'll go into a Borrelsword, but that's just Borrelsword doing Borrelsword things.
Yeah, that's a Borrelsword problem. That's not a
rank
up problem. Yeah, so...
So, is rank up magic or Azathoth ban-worthy?
I think that like the whole Phantom Knight as an engine will be hit in some way eventually. But like, I don't know. I think the engine's just like a good engine for right now. Like I see a lot of different decks like splashing in the Bardiche or like the Fogblade as like a searchable target instead. And I don't know. Like I like the use of like these smaller engines being combined in different decks, and I think it adds a lot more like interesting elements to the game.
Fair point. So, I guess it's okay for now.
For now.
For now.
Well, yeah. I mean, I haven't died to Azathoth recently. So
well, the thing is, I'm not even that afraid of Azathoth because like you just summon up Prankertops and what are they gonna do? Like anyone that establishes that board, unless they have a monster bigger than 26, which is very unlikely, and then you just punch.
What if they have blue eyes?
They have blue eyes. Then they don't have Azathoth. Okay, so another play to kind of talk about would be the Thunder Dragons. Thunder Dragons have been around for some time, and they're known not to be able to win an event. They hit like, oh yeah, top 32, so many Thunder Dragons. Yeah. Oh man, top 16, still Thunder Dragon. Top 8, still got Thunder Dragon.
Zero
and then like,
YCS wins.
and then 0 YCS wins. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, which is kind of surprising seeing how like strong that deck is, especially with the Danger Engine being so viable.
It seems like anyone that knows, like if you get the top table, the other guy already knows how to crush Thunder Dragon.
Yeah.
They get that advantage. But like, is it the Thunder Dragons that are the issue, or would it be the Guard Dragon combined with it that actually makes it an issue? Because like with the Guard Dragon package, now you're going to Crystal Wing, now you're going to like Hot Red, and you're just getting those negation boards, the Zombie Steins, everything gets spit out, and your opponent can't search, and you have 2 negates that are on board at the very least. If you go Crystal Wing, you can negate a monster from hand, which can cut down hand traps. I think that's pretty crucial. And you can also cut down, I guess one of the biggest weakness of that play if you do like the double negate plus like Zombie Stein and Hot Red is that they go into Pankratops, and you can't negate that Pankratops, and Pankratops get that free pop.
Well, I mean, like putting up multiple negates onto a board has always been kind of a thing with Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Like we've seen so many formats where you're like trying to set up those like big boards with multiple negates. So I don't necessarily think that it's like a Guard Dragon problem, because the Guard Dragons bring out like the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, or they bring out Red MD who brings out something else, and then you.
But Red MD is kind of a problem in its own right. It seems like a lot of people that don't really play against the meta very much, and then they all of a sudden like someone's playing like a Guard Dragon with then Red MD, and then Red MD shows up, and then they get OTK'd.
Yeah,
it's so easy, such a big enabler. A hand or a grave, just like anywhere.
The fact that it can summon from anywhere.
And it comes out from what, LP? Yeah, LP just summons it out of the deck.
Yeah, you bring it out from like,
and that just spams even more. You get so many bodies out of it, and then you can go into Pisty to revive it and do it again, because again, not once per turn.
And I mean, drawing it isn't even a problem because you can just summon it from your hand.
Yeah,
summoning condition is like so simple that it's not really a problem.
Yeah, you can just get rid of a crappy dragon.
Yeah.
But I guess, well, do you think they should touch Thunder Dragons or any part of the Guard Dragon play?
I don't think they're going to right now. Like, I mean, Thunder Dragons still fall in that category of being reprinted in the Megatons.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, like, they've already announced that they're getting Boral Sword reprinted in Battles of Legend. And I mean, like, they need like those chase cards to put into the Megatons. And like some of those are going to be generic, some of those are going to be archetype specific. Yep. I think Thunder Dragon is like that chase archetype in the Megatons that's going to be reprinted.
I don't know. They can't seem to win a YCS. How much of a chase are they right now?
Yeah, that's true. But we'll see. Maybe they'll have a wait. They didn't top. No, they didn't win the Team YCS. But maybe someday.
Maybe they'll win WCQ.
Oh yeah.
There's hope. There's hope.
We all know that the WCQ is going to Burning Abyss for like the 10th straight year.
God.
I mean, Fairy Tail still banned? Nah, they're still topping, guys.
Yeah, if Fairy Tail still came back, I'd still continue to play Thunder Dragons. It's just so broken if you have it.
Yeah.
It's really broken. Having a Book of Moon access at all times, so good. Okay, now this is kind of like an unpopular opinion here. What about Dragon Ruler? Should we bring back one Dragon Ruler? Okay, if you brought back a Blaster, Salamangreats are going to be so happy. If you brought back Tidal... What does that do?
Title, well, Mermail, Frog. Maybe. They have that new water cyber deck that's coming out that might be able to abuse it.
Yeah, there's that. What about the wind one? Tempest.
Wind, Tempest, there's nothing...
Nothing good for Tempest?
Okay, so there's
you can still banish 2 dragons.
There's no wind archetype that's abusing Tempest.
But dragons can abuse
but that's the thing. The fact that we have something like Guard Dragons means that none of the Dragon Rulers can come back.
No. Yeah, I guess that's true.
Like until
they don't even have like a summon lock. So it's like, I'm just gonna summon it straight out of the deck.
And then you have free access to your Dragon Rulers again, guys, whenever you want.
Yeah, can you imagine? The Guard Dragon Ruler?
We should make that deck and just bring it to locals. Play against someone who doesn't know what Dragon Rulers are. Bring back the babies too while we're at it.
Yeah. Can you imagine just linking off with Dragon Rulers into like the Guard Dragons? Oh, you locked into summoning dragons. Yeah, I don't care.
I only want dragons. It's fine.
But OCG has Tempest, and there's Redox. Redox is just really good in general because it's monster reborn.
Redox is
so if you had an Earth-based archetype, you just be like, ditch him, and he's a 3k wall.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Redox wouldn't necessarily be broken right now. No. I think the point is that like each of those Dragon Rulers would be like very, very good cards in their own respective formats, like depending on what the meta decks are at the time.
Okay. No, that's fair. Yeah. And there is, of course, Maxi. Maxi's prices for ultis, what is it at right now?
Like $150, $200 US. Ulti Maxis are...
Are people actually anticipating Maxi to come back?
I personally don't think so. I think it's more everyone wants Maxi to come back as a way to kind of like counterbalance the format with so many summon heavy decks right now.
I mean, it's a good counter to danger. Like if you think about like, oh, I don't want to hit all of these danger cards since it's automatic. But if your opponent activates like a Jackalope and your opponent's like Maxi,
yeah,
and you're playing like a Sekka's Light build of something, you're like, oh my god, I really messed up.
Yeah. No, I mean like I don't think like realistically Maxi isn't coming back. Okay. Like to be honest, like I don't think that Konami wants to reintroduce Maxi to the game and have people just like draw out their whole decks.
I mean, if you release Maxi, I will play Infernities. Straight up.
Deck everyone out.
You just deck the guy out. You got 30. You got 39 summons.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you're playing 44, you're still dead. And even if you don't kill me, you're still dealing with my 7 negate board.
A dozen negates, yeah.
And luckily, most cards are R1s per turn, so even if multiple copies.
Well, I mean, if we see Maxi come back to the main deck, or like come back,
yeah,
everyone's gonna be maining Sphere mode. Because if you're drawing off Maxi, then you can throw Sphere mode down all the time, right?
Sphere mode's pretty easy.
Or like a Lava Golem, or like some kind of...
Well, joke's on you. I have Winged Dragon of Ra. Then I'm going to summon Sork my Obelisk out, overlay into Gustav Max, shoot you in the face, and then go into Libe.
Oh yeah, that's not broken.
And then attack the game.
I think that Summon Sork bringing out Obelisk is hilarious.
Yeah, it's just mad. They summon up. Someone just shows up.
No, that's the reason they introduced Team YCS. Because if you summon the God card, your teammates have to start chanting.
They start chanting.
Yeah, that's the real reason behind Team YCS's guy.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's all we got for the discussion here. If you guys have something to add to the discussion, are dangers ban-worthy for you guys? Do you think it's not a problem? Saryuja, is that just Firewall 0.5, like a weaker version of Firewall? I don't even think it's a weaker version. It's a different variant of, of a card at the same power level. That's my opinion, anyway. Mm-hmm. And then, what about Summon Sork? Is Summon Sork something that you should work for, or everyone should have access to it because Ripperdoc is still a thing? We have rank up magic. Should we hit the rank up early so that the Orcus plays don't get out of hand? And Thunder Dragons. Seems like they just can't win anything.
Yeah.
They win locals.
Thunder Dragons.
They win regionals.
Sure.
And Dragon Rulers. Well, let's
kind of a point of discussion.
Yeah, it's a fun thing to think about. Can you guys build a old school Dragon Ruler deck, but shove in, rather than shoving big eyes and Draco stacks, shove in Guard Dragons and see what kind of a mess you can make with that?
Oh god.
And Maxi, I don't know. If you bought a Maxi for $200,
yeah,
holy crap.
Well, I mean, even like the supers, the ultras, like the secrets are still like $30 or something. The commons are over $5 for like a structure deck common.
That's gonna be like $12 each if it came back.
Easily outprices the cost of the deck.
But Konami can't upset us. They can be like, Maxi to 1 because a SAT card.
It's gonna go back to being a SAT card like it did without one format.
Zoo. Is that one of the Zoo formats?
I think it was something like that. But Maxi was at 1, and it was like, wow.
Oh, of course you have it. No, Zoo was 2 Maxi.
Yeah,
Zoo was 2 Maxi, like and I always seem to have it.
Yeah, of course you do. I wonder if Oscar's still salty about it.
Summon Maxi. Oh. Feels worse than getting debarriered. But anyways, that's all we got for this video. Leave a comment down in the description below, or not description, in the comment section below. Nice. If you guys have anything that you want to discuss, whether whatever we talked about in, oh my god, my whole list fell down. About anything that we've discussed in this video, I would love to hear your opinion. Like, this is a community discussion video. Which card do you think is the most ban worthy? Well, if you guys like this video, hit us up with a thumbs up. If you guys want to see more stuff from MST.TV,
make sure you hit the subscribe button.
Smash the notification bell. Hit that bell. It's a part of the card effect where once per turn, hit the subscribe button. That's the cost. And then the effect is you have, and if you do, hit the notification bell. Okay. I'm really bad with this rule. Okay. Anyways, that's all I got for this video, guys. And I guess don't forget to hold on to your MST.TV. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please drop us a like so we know we are doing a good job. And you can also subscribe to MST.TV for more fantastic videos by clicking on the button on the left. Don't forget to check out our partners at Imperium Duelist. They make really high quality mats, including some of my own limited edition release stuff. And if you want to check out one of our past videos, click here on the right. As always, don't forget to hold on to your MST.TV, and I'll see you next time.